Navigating a sprawling international terminal is an intimidating challenge for anyone, but for a non-native speaker, the onslaught of announcements and rushing crowds is overwhelming. Mastering native travel idioms provides a practical advantage. Understanding these phrases decodes the physical realities of moving across the globe. The chronological journey begins with a conscious decision. You must travel light. This means packing only the absolute essentials and intentionally leaving excess cargo behind. If you lug around heavy suitcases, you quickly become travel-worn. It is a state of physical fatigue that sets in before the trip even begins. Establishing this vocabulary early on helps turn an abstract itinerary into a manageable physical process. That process often begins at the crack of dawn. This phrase captures the specific biological struggle of waking up exactly as the sun rises to stay ahead of the traffic. This early start leads to the definitive moment of departure. It's time to hit the road. While this idiom originally applied to automobile journeys, it has evolved over decades. Today, it signifies the initiation of any major leg of travel, regardless of the vehicle. During those groggy early hours, you will inevitably need to make a pit stop to secure food and fuel, taking a brief but necessary pause in your forward movement. These phrases map the logistical steps required to initiate a journey and maintain that movement through the first few hours of exhaustion. Once you reach the airport, that progress accelerates into a frantic rush through security lines and terminal gates in a desperate bid to catch a flight. Logistics inevitably break down in these environments. When a gate changes or a bag is lost, you have to do things on the fly, making rapid, unplanned decisions in response to an immediate crisis. The intense stress of the terminal finally breaks at the exact moment of wheels up. The phrase describes the split second when an aircraft breaks physical contact with the earth and retracts its heavy undercarriage into the fuselage. Over time, wheels up has transformed from a technical status report into a cultural signal that a trip has officially begun. Sometimes, that beginning is muted by taking a red-eye flight. This is an overnight journey that forces passengers into a sleep deficit to save daylight hours at the destination. The human body is regulated by an internal timer called the circadian clock. When you fly rapidly across multiple time zones, you actively fight this natural rhythm. This chart compares a traveler's internal home time with the new local time. Notice the disparity. The blue shaded blocks represent sleep programming. After flying, these shift out of alignment, forcing your brain to demand sleep during the destination's waking hours. This circadian misalignment, compounded by a lack of proper rest and a cramped seat, causes the bloodshot eyes that give the idiom its name. The red eye is a linguistic marker of the physical gap between how fast we cross continents and how slowly our bodies adjust to the move. Once you arrive and recover, new economic realities take over. Many travelers operate on a shoestring budget, carefully stretching limited funds to navigate a foreign environment. The seasoned traveler's core desire is to find hidden locations, strictly off the beaten path. This requires the active avoidance of main roads and crowded tourist centers in favor of quiet, authentic environments where few people go. Achieving this allows you to finally get away from it all, offering a complete decompression at the end of the journey. When you plot the progression from hit the road to catch a flight to finding a spot off the beaten path, a complete chronological narrative emerges. These expressions provide the specific vocabulary needed to navigate the physical and emotional milestones that define a journey from start to finish.